When your dryer first turns on for maybe 2 or 3 seconds and half the lights in the house get brighter while the other half dim, several things could be happening with your electrical system. The most likely causes revolve around the dryer's high power demands and potential issues with your home's wiring. One major factor is the dryer's high power draw. When the dryer motor and heating element kick in, they require a significant amount of electricity. This sudden surge can cause a temporary voltage drop across the entire electrical system. Think of it like a water pipe. If you suddenly open a large valve, the water pressure in other parts of the system can momentarily decrease. This voltage drop can affect the brightness of lights connected to different circuits. The lights that brighten might be on a circuit that's experiencing a slight voltage increase, while those that dim are on a circuit experiencing the voltage drop. Another potential cause is loose electrical connections. Over time, connections within your electrical panel, at outlets, or within wiring junctions can become loose or corroded. These loose connections increase resistance in the circuit. When the dryer demands a large amount of current, this increased resistance leads to voltage fluctuations. It's like a kink in a garden hose that restricts the flow of water and causes pressure variations. A circuit overload is another possibility. Your dryer should be on a dedicated circuit, meaning it doesn't share power with other high-demand appliances. If the dryer circuit is overloaded, meaning it's drawing more current than it's designed to handle, it can cause the described symptoms. A circuit breaker is designed to trip in this scenario, but sometimes the overload is brief, causing the lights to flicker before the breaker has a chance to trip. Faulty wiring can also contribute to this issue. Damaged, improperly installed, or misconfigured wiring can create voltage imbalances within your electrical system. This is like having a damaged wire reducing the capacity for the electricity. This is especially likely in older homes or homes that have had amateur electrical work performed. If you are using a generator, it may struggle to handle the dryer's power surge. Many portable generators simply aren't designed to provide the consistent voltage and amperage required by a large appliance like a dryer. Here are some troubleshooting steps you can take, but be extremely careful when working with electricity. If you're uncomfortable or unsure about any of these steps, it's always best to call a qualified electrician. 1. Check your electrical panel. Look for any trip breakers or blown fuses, specifically the one dedicated to the dryer. If you find a trip breaker, reset it by first switching it all the way off and then back on. If a fuse is blown, replace it with a fuse of the correct amperage rating. 2. Tighten electrical connections. This is best done by a qualified electrician. They can inspect all electrical connections in the panel, at outlets, and within accessible wiring. Loose screws or bolts should be tightened. 3. Test voltage levels. Use a multimeter to measure the voltage at different outlets in your house. A healthy system should typically read around 120 volts. If you see significant fluctuations, especially when the dryer is running, it indicates a problem with your electrical system. 4. Reset the dryer. Turn off the breaker that supplies power to the dryer for a few minutes, and then turn it back on. This can sometimes reset the dryer's internal electronics and resolve minor issues. If the problem persists after you've checked these things, it's crucial to call a licensed electrician. They can perform a thorough inspection of your electrical system to identify the underlying cause. This might involve checking the wiring, testing the voltage at various points, and assessing the overall health of your electrical panel. Ignoring the problem could lead to further damage to your appliances or even pose a fire hazard.